Welcome back. Now we're still in the political arena, but now we're localizing our political talk and we're going to be looking at Lagos politics. Lagos, as the commercial capital of Nigeria, has been regarded as one of the juicy, in quotes, states in the Federation. The control of the resources has often been given a lot of attention. In 1999, the Alliance for Democracy clinched the leadership of the state through Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After his 8 years in office, the control of the state remained with the party, in spite of the effort of the opposition parties, top of which is the People's Democratic Party. By 2007, the AD had gone through a merger and birthed the Action Congress. It acted as the major opposition party at the time, since the PDP was in control at the center. The Action Congress once again won the control of Lagos, making Mr. Raji Fashola the governor. Of course, in 2015, it remained with the same party, but the governor was, or is, Akinwumi Ambode. Now, let's look at happenings in Lagos as of today. It's my pleasure to welcome a member of the Action Democratic Party, Mr. Babatunde Badamasi.
Good morning.
Are you now a chief?
No, I'm still Mr. and I'm proudly Mr.
Thank you very much. And on my left is a social commentator, Mr. Biodun Showme.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm pleased to be here.
And we also have Dr. Samuel Fasomi, a public affairs analyst.
Who also
happens
to be a psychologist.
Yeah.
That complicates matters a bit.
To help us understand the thinking of the voter.
Okay, now in the last week or two, politics in Lagos has become mainstream, if you know what I mean. People are throwing their hats in the ring. I think your hat is in the ring as well, isn't it?
It very much is, yes.
Oh, okay. So things are heating up in Lagos. Let me begin with you, sir, since you both are neutral persons. What are your thoughts about all these happenings in Lagos? Oh, incidentally, I must say that we reached out to the APC for one of them to come on the program this morning, but they kindly declined to be here this morning. Now, what are your thoughts about all these happenings, intrigues going on in Lagos State at the moment?
Oh, yeah, very interesting. We always have this problem around election time. We've seen it before, and the same thing is repeating itself. When you then tend to have some tension, eating up of the polity within Lagos State, the struggle for power, one camp trying to, to settle scores against the other. It's not new. It's something which we've been having before. They end up resolving it. But the bottom line is the kind of discourse that people have over that, and you tend to say, look, hang on a minute, aren't we talking about public interest in this matter? We should be talking about programs, looking at the performance of whoever is in office, whether that is satisfactory or not. If it is not satisfactory, vote for the opposition. If it is satisfactory, you vote for the person. That should be the basis or of people making up their minds and the discussions we're having, rather than the politicians, talking about mundane issues of less interest, to the public, and using that as a basis, to influence internal democracy within party. Particularly the case of APC, the situation currently is such that the governor is also in the ring. Anybody has a right to aspire for elections to govern the state. That is correct. But in my view, it should be based on performance. People should talk about what have you achieved, what have you not achieved. It shouldn't be based on primordial sentiment and some other extraordinary factors not acceptable to the public.
Dr. Fasome, let me just go low down. How would you mark the APC, which has governed Lagos State since, well, in different names, of course, since 1999?
Well, the truth of the matter is that in Lagos State is lucky. How? When you look at the aspirants or those who have governed Lagos since 1999, they were part of the system. Nobody just came from anywhere, or maybe one wannabe, but you understand that from Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu to the incumbent governor, Ambodi, all of them, they were actually part of the system. So they passed through the ladder of leadership. And in the process, Lagos has profited enormously through that. And but the truth of the matter is that there is no perfect system anywhere. So the intrigues that centers around Lagos is part of politics. But so far, so good, the political system in Lagos, especially from AD to up to what we have now, APC, is not really bad.
But how has all of this affected the electorate in Lagos? Are they even considered in the mix of things?
Yeah, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, the action of these governors, does it really commensurate with the reactions of the electorate? Right now, the poverty level is still on increase. But you cannot rule out the fact that the internally generated revenue from in the last 4 years has actually increased. But despite the fact that the internally generated revenue has increased, you still discover that the debt profile is also rising. So which means that it is a misfortune for Lagos. But Lagos, compared to other states, is a lucky state.
Dr. Fasome, IGR has increased, but how healthy are the people of Lagos State who have made this IGR increase? Triple taxation, double taxation, you are taxed on everything. The only thing you get for free in Lagos State now is the air you breathe.
You are right. But let me tell you this. You also discover that in Lagos State right now, if there is an election in Lagos, probably who is going to win? The challenge is that the electorate, they are not ready to make any change because of the level of poverty that we have in our society. They are not ready. If there is a vote in Lagos today, or if there is an election, you still discover that the ruling party is going to have a landslide victory. The reason why it is so is because the ruling class has deliberately impoverished the poor. And because of that, the system is likely to remain same for a very long time.
They want to remain impoverished? Okay, I know someone who doesn't agree with you on that one right here. The people are impoverished and they will still vote the same people who have impoverished them? I find something wrong, something is flawed about that.
It's interesting that you started out with the interesting conversation going on in the ruling party as to who gets the ticket and who doesn't get the ticket. I find it very, very strange that Lagosians still have not managed to decode the system by which they draw attention to themselves in the run-up to elections. It's always some acrimony going on. The incumbent government is not going to, the incumbent governor is not going to get the ticket, so says the godfather, and then everybody starts begging him and groveling before him, and then they call him to the presidency, and the presidency begs him, and then he says, no, I'm not going to have it, it's not happening, and so on. All of this is a clever ploy to draw attention, one, to the governor, second, garner sympathy for the sitting governor in the eyes of the public, and deflect attention away from the piss-poor performance of the ruling party. Now, it's interesting that you also mentioned Dr. Fasome, that the people have been impoverished. It's deliberate. You also mentioned that IGR has increased whilst the debt profile has, inexplicably also increased. Mm-hmm. Now, you also mentioned that poverty levels are rising. Now, in the midst of rising poverty levels, government is making more money. What does that tell you about what's happening to the people? they're being squeezed for more and more